It's midweek. Welcome to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I'm GHK Lal on the National Outlook. I took something from the letter columns from last Thursday's Kaieteur News. It's from a gentleman by the name of Abraham David. Mr. David put out something there that makes for a lot of sense, makes for solid and sound reading. And I thought it fit that I'll put it here. It is obvious that the community awareness of oil and gas is lacking. It is obvious that the community awareness of oil and gas is lacking. I agree with that. Lots of people, lots of Guyanese, at this moment of this wealth discovery, of great movements in this country, they seem to be too much on the sidelines. They'll take whatever is given to them and they swallow it wholesale. Yes, 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 it's coming from my people, therefore it must be good. Well, for some of us, that's not good enough. Let me tell you some of the things that Mr. David put out in his letter before the public. He said this: I fully support many of the ideas being undertaken to improve the electrical supply. Who doesn't? You do and I do. We do that. He said from his estimates that the project will cost, that's that Wales project, about over more than $2 billion US dollars, not the 1.3 that we're talking about now. And he said this: it is a project that can make or break the Guyanese economy. Now that makes for a lot of sense. This man is sober and he's thinking wisely. It can make or break the Guyanese economy. It can make it if it's done well, if it's done cleanly, if it's got substance. It can break it if it starts out on the wrong foot, and I think it has started out on the wrong foot. He went to a public consultation meeting on the EIA, the Environmental Impact Assessment at Bush Lot, and he said there were only a few people there. It was poorly attended, and apparently this is kind of the norm for these things. And he's saying we've got a pipeline project that has a lifetime of 25 years, and a NGL plant, natural gas plant, that has a 50-year lifespan. And then he asks this question: how will gas be provided to the plant at the expiration of the life of the pipeline? The pipeline is 25 years. The plant on shore is 50 years. He says, why are we doing a pipeline which can be sabotaged or blown up by you-know-who, people next door, right? They had escorted one of the ships doing some studies there, the seismic vessel. It was escorted out of Venezuelan port. So he's saying it's a moving target, so why not do something like that? Tankers. And why are teachers not invited to these public consultations? So they will not only learn, but they will pass on that knowledge. I think this man, Mr. Abraham David, who I've never seen writing before, really touched some tough spots there, and he covered a whole lot of territory. It's worth a reading. Kaieteur News on May 12th. Take a look at it. It's worth some absorbing and thinking. Think about it, what he put out there. Makes for good sense. I'm GHK Lal on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Thank you for listening to the National Outlook.